What up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerd Dimension podcast. Here with me, David. We're breaking down episode 5 of Loki, and holy shit, what an episode. We're breaking it down, spoiler discussion, Easter eggs. David, what's happening? Let's get into it.
Yeah, wow, what an ep. What an ep. I can't wait to talk about it. You know, I did miss last week. Be a bit gutted about it, but you and Mikey done brilliant last week. I watched the whole thing. Absolutely brilliant. Your ideas, I wanted to be there. I wanted to get involved with it all. Wee bit jealous, you know. I was like, I should have been there, but I'm here now, and we can get chatting about this one.
You know what? Before we get on to Ep 5, give me your summary for Ep 4, what you thought about the episode. Quick fire, your ideas, your thoughts and theories, what you thought about the episode, and give your rating quickly. I mean, you're part of the show, we need to know.
Well, I knew there'd be a romance. Didn't I tell you there'd be a romance?
He said it up to.
I did. There's a bit of love going on there, and then we've seen it progress, and there's getting more. And you know what? Loki's changing. You know what? I like the mischievous Loki, but I like the character development of it. I'm waiting to see how much power he really has, because I think he is going to be crazy powerful.
Oh, definitely. Did you have any theories from last week that came true in this ep that you never got to say in the podcast last week?
You know what? When Loki got pruned, was it pruned? Yeah, pruned. Pruned. I thought, you know what? That the amount of times that god of mischief has came back alive, he ain't dead. And then the end credit there, I'm like, I fucking knew it. Go on, Loki. Go on, rooting for him. Oh, but what an episode. I couldn't believe when we got to see the people in charge of the whole organisation were robots.
The timekeepers.
You know, all that happened. Oh my god, I was bursting to talk to everybody about it. Obviously things happened. But yeah, oh wow, this show is phenomenal. My rating last week was definitely a 5 for that one. A 5. I can't go any lower. It's got to be a 5 for that one.
Last week's set was 100% a 5. A 5 out of 5 episode. This week for me, you'll have to stay tuned and find out at the end. Boom! Right, you've said your thoughts about last week's ep. Let's get into this ep. Oh my god. This is the ep I've been waiting to see. And I don't know about anybody else, but did you get Lost vibes, Smoke Monster, and The Last of Us? It looked like a level straight out The Last of Us. This set and place where they all are, all the variants of Loki's, the end of time, the void.
See how you're saying that it reminded you of like a game? The last episode that we watched when Loki and Sylvie went up against everyone, I got total Star Wars vibes. Do you remember when Rey and Kylo Ren started battling against the Jedis when he took out bloody what was his name?
Yes, he kills Snoke, and then they have the fight.
And then
they have the fight with
I had that feeling.
The guards. Their name was on the tip of my tongue there, but you know the main Imperial Red Guards. You know the top elite. Like the same ones that guarded Emperor Palpatine. I see it. Yeah, and then see Hunter B-15 in that last week's set when she was like, come with me. She's psyching herself up in the hallway and she's like, come with me, and they went in and then she's like, it's a lie, it's deception. I've watched that scene so many times. Her acting, that whole scene from the hallway to the office to the apocalyptic planet that's full of rain, apocalyptic timeline event. What an episode! But this episode, right away, we see like the smoke monster. What was his name? Atheist.
Oh, now you're asking. I can't remember. The big kind
of slipped my mind. Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
Dragging the doggy looking thing. Yeah. And what did you make of the? Did you know that what was that judge actress called? The one that's pure that pruned.
Her name's Ravonna Renslayer.
Ravonna. That's
Judge
right.
Ravonna Renslayer.
Did you know right away that she was trying to trick Sylvie? I thought she would. I did have a wee glimpse of maybe she is trying to help, but then I thought, and then when they were trying to, but we do have a machine to go beyond, and I thought, bullshit. Why didn't she mention that right away? And I thought there's a trick happening here, and then it just progressed. And I was like,
last week I was saying to Mikey, like, this bitch is straight up Nazi. I get Nazi vibes from her, but see at that start of that episode, last week I was saying her performance was brilliant, but it's a lot weaker than everybody else's. When Mobius is on screen, your eyes are on him. When Sylvie's on screen, your eyes are on her. Your eyes are on Loki, other than her when she's there as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just shine. This episode, she had me going. But, like, I don't know. I was late to figure it out. I tell you that. Do you know what I mean? I started to pick up on it a bit too late. I was buying into it, and I'm like, holy shit, man! Like, maybe this bitch is cool. Do you know what I mean? Like,
me too.
Like,
I did get a glimpse of it. But you see that little clock, the wee clock,
Miss Minute.
Girl, Miss Minute. Yeah, I was watching her, like really, really watching her and her kind of reactions when people were talking, and she kind of looked a wee bit confused. And I thought she ain't got a clue what she's talking about.
that was like, I thought that was, she's like, searching any minute now, heavy load, and I'm like, wouldn't you just be able to access it instantly?
The internet that we've got, you know what I mean? We're just like that. Internet is like speed of light, just and then they're the people that control time and all that. You know what I mean? And then she can't find a file. No chance. No way.
Go anywhere on the timeline they want, and
yeah.
But see, I've totally fell in love with Sylvie. She's such a great character. Her performance, her style, she's fucking cool, man. Like, see her whole last episode where she's like, "You're gonna tell me everything," and all that, and then her, like, with that whole back and forth. I mean, she's the con woman. She's the mischievous goddess of mischief. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, it was interesting seeing that back and forth. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. And I was late to figure it out because I was blown away by her performance, thinking, I really hated this chick, but you know what I mean? Judge Redslayer's gonna help her.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I thought she almost had me for a minute, but Sylvie's like quick parkour and up there, and then when she stands up, I had goosebumps.
See when she took that little device. What was that device called again?
Tempad.
And then she hid behind the kind of chair, the big table.
Right? Like the church, like the kind of like judge benches.
Yeah, I knew right away she was herself. I thought, yeah, she's got a plan. She knows that he's alive, and she's gonna go for it because she loves Loki. She won't admit it. They both won't admit it. You know what I mean? But I thought she's gonna prune herself and try and look for him in the next side.
See,
and that's what happened.
When she did that, it took me I thought it was such a badass moment because I didn't think, she's gonna prune herself. It's like, can she trust Ravonna? Well, does she believe that if she prunes herself, she'll go wherever Loki is and she'll still be alive? Do you know what I mean? It was like, she was obviously bullshitting him already, so she took one major risk there. And then that whole moment she's running, the smoke monster for Lost on steroids coming out. The smoke monster for Lost on the super soldier serums just coming in the background, big demon style. And she does that jump and that enchantment. I thought that was such an epic, cool scene. And then that pizza van, the whole Mobius. Who did you think that was? Who did you think that was when they were driving up?
I didn't actually know. I didn't know.
I had no clue. I'm like, there's no way that's Loki. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, but we knew where Loki was. Loki was in the cellar. You know what I mean? The kind of base thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew it wasn't him anyway. So I did think, are we going to know who this character is? But that brings me to my point, right? Of Mobius. Okay, so he has the ability to travel through time any point at a time. Okay, right, Mobius, right, that has the ability to go through any time period he wants, right? They open up the wee door, they walk through the door, in the correct timeline.
Mhm.
Correct. And they can speak every single language. Correct.
Mhm.
How the hell can he drive a car? No chance. No chance of there being like that. All right, we're gonna Mobius. We're gonna put you through your driving test. Come on, bullshit. That was a flaw. That was a flaw. See, when I seen him driving that, I thought, no chance, mate. No chance. You're there to go forward and back in time and do your job. You never learn how to fucking do a clutch and all that shit. Bullshit.
A clutch and all that. Well, you know, mate, he's been at many multiple different points in the timeline throughout the universe. Time works differently in the TVA. He's maybe not just 55, 60 years old. Like, he's probably, I don't know, because time works differently there.
But
as Loki
time
said
works
in this,
different, but he's human.
Aye, he's human, but time's working differently. They're in the TVA. I doubt they're aging the same way.
Well, I
So,
think they are. I think in the TVA, they're aging the same way in the TVA, but when they go through the different timelines, they're still going through the same, like, central timeline, which is the one they're meant to be. So I think he is probably the age he's meant to be, like 50.
maybe I thought he was I'd say he's a little bit older. Mobius's age? What? I don't know. I'm thinking 55, 60 at least. He's
I
so
think
great.
normal age. I think the normal age. The timeline for the TVA is just the same timeline like us, and obviously they've got to branch out to different times and all that. But the fact is, time doesn't stop for the TVA, just like for us. So I think he's just aging naturally. I don't think he'd be like 200 or 300-year old, you know. But theoretically, I mean, if he went in the year 045, right, and then went to year 2080, you know, I mean, it's theoretically, yeah, he's been the different timelines, but in the main timeline, he's still aging.
David, think of it this way. Ant-Man goes into the quantum realm. He's there for 5 years. It was only, 5 hours for him?
Mm-hmm.
So, how many years has Mobius been in the quantum realm? If the TVA is located in the quantum realm, which it's a big theory for a lot of people. A lot of people think otherwise, but I'm uncertain. I'm not decided because who created the TVA? The TVA just
We're about to find out next episode.
It might just be a dimension. Let's move on to the best part of this episode. Like we've touched on too much last week's episode and Mobius's age. The variant Lokis, the variant, and
that's what you've been waiting on. The variants.
Sylvie's top notch, but the variant Lokis, boastful Lokis, like, and that's when I killed the Avengers and I had all 6 Infinity Stones in once. Oh my god, I was in bits. Phenomenal. And that makeshift Mjolnir and his armor is I loved it. For just him as a character on his own, loved his character. But this character was a variant of Loki, which just makes him even better. He was so good. My favourite though, by far, Richard E. Grant, classic Loki. And you know what? I didn't even know it was him at first until halfway through the episode and I clicked. If you saw Rise of Skywalker quite recently, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, he's the guy that shoots General Hux, and the guy that takes his place. I'll serve you now, like I served you in the old times, Emperor.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
Like the main First Order, like general guy in that movie. That's the same guy that was playing classic Loki.
Oh, I recognise him.
He's in many things, but what a performance! See that picture I sent of my leg and arm with the goosebumps? That was the moment. The big action set piece where he conjured up Asgard, and it was, I had chills that moment. Glorious purpose, and that. Oh my god!
Yeah, can we talk about that Loki fight, by the way? Because I was in fucking stitches.
Well, I was about to move back to that.
Oh my god!
Before we even got there,
mate.
Oh, I know.
That alligator running up, biting the hand off of Loki looks like, that was absolutely howling.
It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. See when they were walking to that place and Loki's asking questions and whatnot, I saw the Thanos helicopter. Did you see that yellow helicopter? That is Thanos' helicopter from the
I didn't see it.
comics.
No, I didn't notice that. No.
You watch it again.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Watch it again and look out for it. Thanos' helicopter is in there, and it's I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. But when they go down there and you see everything, you see like there's bowling pins and there's like a throne for Kid Loki, and he's like, "Oh, Kid Loki, what was your Nexus event? I killed Thor."
Yeah.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
I thought it was pretty cool, and because they kept calling him my king, didn't they? Because theoretically he was the king.
Exactly, because if Odin's dead, Thor's dead, Loki's the king.
Yep.
And then his throne, pure kiddish, and it's just totally what you'd imagine a King Loki's stuff would be.
Yeah.
There's so much, and there's your old school computers, old Macintoshes and stuff, like a wee corner of like remind me a little bit of Spider-Man Homecoming. Peter and his old school tech in the corner of his room when Robert Downey, aka Iron Man, comes and visits him. Do you remember? I got a wee bit of vibes of that, but that whole scene. Loki betraying one Loki. What was?
Oh, I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. It showed you that they haven't evolved as much as our Loki, the one that we've grown to know and love. You know what I mean? They're still the mischievous, backstabbing bunch of buggers. You know what I mean? You kind of, I don't know. Like I just felt something's going to go wrong. They're all plotting against each other, and then that happened. You know, one Loki, and then the other one was like, what was it? This is my army, and then they all just turned on him with their swords and all that. And then
I've got a question. Right, that was President Loki. President Loki. That's who that was. He comes in. See all those goons that were with him. Are they
Loki?
Are they variant Lokis as well?
Yeah, they're Lokis as well. Yeah,
I thought so. One had like pure staghorn, like glued to like a helmet of some sort, like a maybe an American football helmet, backshift. But obviously there was lots of different ethnic and ethnicities. I wasn't sure if they were just goons or every single one of them was Loki. But see, President Loki, I'm not gonna lie, that's the Loki I thought we were gonna get in this series, and I didn't even remember or realize because I'm so in love with the show that I'm like, wait a minute. But he says, I don't even know how long it's been since New York. President Loki was the Loki that was in New York, and that's the Loki I thought I was going to get in this show. And now he's kind of lovey-dovey good guy, and he's went from the events at the end of the Avengers to instantly the Loki at the end of Ragnarok. I suppose you could justify it. He did watch the video and see the history and realised he got his glorious purpose and he was always destined to die with that. You can argue that's why he's did like a quick course, a fast track to the Loki we seen at the end and at the start of Infinity War. But I don't know, man. I thought we were gonna get.
Do you think he's plotting at all? Do you think he's plotting?
He has to be, but I don't know. He's so loved up and like. He's not. He's not in control at all.
I think Disney are setting us up for we believe in this change, and then they're going to go bam back to normal. He's going to want to control that timeline. He wants to rule the timeline. That is definitely his end game. Telling you, he wants to be the ruler of something.
Maybe. But...
And you know what? I've got a bad feeling. Sylvie won't make it. I think she's going to die next episode.
She dies next episode. I was going to say the same. That was going to be my theory.
She's going to die.
One of my theories. She's going to die, and that's what's going to set Loki off into becoming even worse than the end of Avengers Loki.
And stronger.
Exactly. And he can enchant, and he's been amplified from the void and fighting that big thing. And who knows even who they're going to come across. Who is in that castle? Who's in that castle? Leave your comments down below and let me know.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror. I think it might be Kang. I'm rooting for Kang.
I think it might be as well. I think it's Kang the Conqueror. Mikey had a theory that the middle timekeeper with the helmet and that was a version of Kang the Conqueror. Thought he looked a bit weird. I hope the actual Kang the Conqueror doesn't look like that. I want to see the vibrant purple deep dark purple and green, but imposing and not cartoony. Like, I want him to look like he's a threat, like Thanos. Do you know what I mean? I want him to look.
Thanos, yeah.
I want him to look like a threat, like a real presence. And I think that's what we're gonna get. See if it's some old lady that teaches them a lesson. It's some witch lady that, or like, it's the original first Loki, the very first variant, and it's like an older version of Sylvie. See if that's what happens. Is she teaches them some sort of lesson, and then they go and they have to fight the TVA and bring it down, and that's what they go do. And then just at the end, we're left on a cliffhanger, and then the post-credit scenes reveals something, just a wee teaser. I'll be devastated. That better not happen.
I've got a feeling that when Loki and Sylvie were enchanting that big demon thing, right? I think one of them got enchanted as well by one of the other Loki. I think Sylvie or Loki is officially enchanted now.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I felt like that was the big action set piece. It was grandiose. It was beautiful. It was stunning. Was it my favourite set in every episode? But I love how every episode, like George Lucas's Star Wars series, he wanted to make them different ships, different planets, different places, different looks, different aliens, but keep the heart of it still there. I feel like that show is replicated and done the same thing very beautifully. Like, every place we've been to in every episode has been absolutely stunning. Even though this place wasn't my favorite, there was something so interesting about it. This show's had a lot of that episode when they're on Lamentis. That was pure Borderlands vibes. This episode was like Last of Us Fallout vibes. Just everywhere in all the different episodes, it's just been absolutely beautiful. This wasn't my favorite one.
I thought it was amazing. Seeing that big ship landed down, and all the people
almost forgot about that. That was
blasting with their cannons and everything, man. Oh my god!
That fire! Then they're all getting just pure.
Absolute disaster.
But where did Kid Loki go? And is he going to get his own spin-off on Disney XD? There's going to be a spin-off show on Disney XD. Kid Loki.
I'll be like, what is that? Sheldon
Jr. That's what I was going to do. The comparison. Great minds, you know what I mean? Great minds. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's what I'm talking about.
I'd be watching that.
I probably wouldn't watch it, but if they're going to do anything Loki, it wouldn't be Disney XD, it would be Disney Plus, of course. But Disney XP content is on Disney Plus, so maybe they play it live on Disney. I don't know! If you want that idea, Disney, you know what I mean, just pay me for it, you know what I mean? I'll do a wee sponsor on this channel, the Nerd Dimension. But the Lokis, honestly, President Loki's probably been my favourite variant. I love Sylvie.
No, it was so funny. That alligator, so I just could not believe the result. But
how do you even know he's a Loki? Maybe he just said that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
What did you make of the hug between Loki and Mobius? I felt like Loki has finally got his friend, a friend.
He's got
a real friend.
He's got a real friend, and I thought that. Not last week, the ep before. See when they put. Oh no, in fact, maybe it was. It was the ep before last, but last week made me think. See that whole maybe they're just a bad friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he puts him in the time loop, the bad memory with Lady Sif. What did you think of that, by the way?
What, the time loop?
The return of Lady Sif. I thought it dragged on a tiny bit, but I did enjoy it the first time I watched it.
I feel like it's been done before, but I think that's been in a different show or a different movie.
100% it has. I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't put my finger. It might be Click. It might be Click. It might be Click with Adam Sandler. That's what my head goes to, but I can't remember. It's been too long.
I just felt like it was copied. Like I've seen something like this before. Like I didn't laugh at it, you know, because I felt like I've laughed hard at this before. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was just weird. I need to figure it out. I need to figure it out for next week because I'll be coming on going. That's where they bumped it from.
I wish I watched the episode again, but it was a busy day. I got this camera. I went on an absolute wonderful adventure in Edinburgh. I mean, there was some trials and tribulations with my day, but it was awesome. I feel energized. I got my camera. Things felt good. I've ordered the tripod. Things are going good. I'm in a better place, and I'm buzzing. I was buzzing to get on and talk to you about this. I wanted to watch the episode again. I just couldn't believe the time, mate. I couldn't believe it's 20 to 11 an hour, whatever. You know what I mean? It just flew on. But more into this episode, that fight. She's like, I think I can enchant him. The whole speech when they first pull up and like Loki's face, that you're like, they're in love, goddamn. And he conjures up the blanket and they're cuddling in that, and it's just,
I
I
know.
can't remember the dialogue exactly. I couldn't quote anything right now, but fucking Mobius, man, like I've
I
loved Owen
felt like
Wilson in a lot of things. This is the best role I think he's ever done. I love Mobius. I hope we see him in movies. I hope he's just in more Marvel. I hope this isn't the last we see of him in this show.
mhm. I felt like when Loki and Mobius hugged, right, I felt there's more of a connection there than with Loki and Sylvie. I don't know what it is with them, but I just felt that was true. And what they've got, Sylvie and Loki, I'm just not too sure about it right
You're
now.
questioning because they're both Lokis who will stab each other in the
Yeah,
back. They're
yeah.
playing the long. They're playing the long con.
Loki and
See,
Mobius was definite. That was true. I totally believe it. They are friends, right? But watching them, I feel like they're trying to like kind of pretend to like care about each other, but secretly they've got like a thought in the back of their head to how they're going to plan, how they're going to plot, how they're going to get what they want. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's true. It might be true, considering Sylvie didn't have anybody. She got taken as a child. She's had no one at all grown up, no brother to annoy her or anything. Or to bite him, turn into a snake and bite him and all that, whatever Loki done when
fuck
he
him in
was
the
wee.
back.
No, never got to do anything like that at all.
He turned into a snake, and I seen the snake, and I was like, oh, because I love snakes. And then he turned back into himself and stabbed me in the back.
It's me, and stab me in the back.
Chris Hemsworth, man, he's my favorite. Thor's still my favorite in the entire MCU. It was my dog's birthday yesterday, and his name is Thor, the dog of thunder. What a boy! What a boy! Honestly, though, this show is totally different from what I
see,
imagined it was
see
gonna be.
watching the other episodes, right? Like WandaVision, I loved WandaVision, right? I did really, really enjoy it, and I liked like talking about it and that. And then we got to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I thought, oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was a slow build up. It was action packed, then it kind of dropped down, then it went back up, and I thought, oh, at the end of it, I thought that was brilliant. But this Loki, I can't even describe how amazing watching it is. Like, I don't want it to end. I'm absolutely loving it. I hope there is a season 2 of it because it is absolutely phenomenal.
See as well, like it doesn't feel like a TV series. It feels like a grand scale 2-part
Yeah,
movie or just one big large movie. To be fair, and I absolutely love the style of it. I hope they Disney keep banging out styles of show like this. See, we've got 3 or 4 shows like this a year, and then we got 2 movies a year, Marvel movies, or 3 movies, Marvel movies a year. How amazing would that be? As I've
yeah,
said before, it's a fantastic time to be a Marvel fan. It really is. It
yeah.
really is. What other Easter eggs was there in this episode? There was
Well,
other ones I spotted. I can't remember.
what what I'm trying to figure out, right? What was the big deal with that like sword daggery thing that King Loki gave Thor? King Loki gave Loki. I don't get the big deal with the flame on it.
No, right. He was just a variant. That's just his variant dagger,
What
and it's
is
more.
it?
And it's more. See, his outfit was more kind of Vikingish. Do you know what I mean? Like his wee horns, the style, and then that like kind of small dagger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just looking at it like,
The
am I meant to know
flame,
what?
the
Am
flame
I
thing,
supposed?
The flame, I don't think the flame was from the dagger. I think Loki just casted the flame to get attention. Do you know what I mean?
Like an illusion.
Aye, well, he just casted the flame on it to get the thing's attention. That's what I thought. Do you know, like one of those airport guys with the planes?
Mm-hmm.
Like that with the wee glow sticks. I thought he just lit it up with fire with a bit of magic or enchantment. I mean, he has good magic. You know what? Seeing this show, the amount of different powers we've seen in this episode, seeing that whole Loki fight. We saw so many Lokis using so many different powers, and
yeah, all different. Yeah,
I meant to list them. That one of my favorite scenes in this episode. Richard E. Grant, classical Loki. He tells his story when they're in that bunker. He tells he says about how he hid under debris. He caused a manifestation so real that it even tricked the Titan himself, Thanos. And my God, he's like, I hid under debris, floated in space for a while, lonely, and then head out the rest of my days until I got lonely. I thought that was phenomenal. I thought that was absolutely phenomenal. Richard E. Grant's performance, but it was absolutely top notch quality. The guy is just phenomenal in everything he's in. I couldn't believe it was him. I was lost in the character, that outfit. It's just weird imagining a timeline where he does still die with Thanos getting the space stone from him and breaking his neck. Was that a different universe where it was more like Thor would have had the classic outfit and stuff as well, and everything would be more cartoony and comic-y? That's just what I kept imagining and thinking about.
Yep, sorry. The wee connection problem there. So, next week's predictions, right? What they done with the Falcon and Winter Soldier, yeah, right? We had all these different things happening at once, didn't we? We had what was in the briefcase, what is his new outfit going to be like, what's going to happen with the Winter Soldier, and then what was that? Carly? Was it Carly? I think it was Carly.
Flag Smasher Carly?
This one here. What?
Flag Smasher Carly?
Flag Smasher, yeah. And now this one here, we've got what's going to happen to Sylvie? What's going to happen to Loki? Who's the person at the end of the timeline controlling it all, right? What's Mobius going to do? And what's Ravona's plot? And is she going to succeed? And does she know something that we don't know?
We're going to get Hunter. Don't forget about Hunter B-15, because I predict Mobius' first move, tempadding out of the void and back to the TVA, his first move is to go get Hunter B-15 out and spread the news. Spread the news to everybody. They're all variants. Bring this facade down, and Mobius is going to be legendary and remembered for it. I hope he doesn't die. Honestly, my biggest worry about this show is because it hasn't been slow, but at the same time, I've got so many questions. Is there enough time left to answer all those questions?
They're
in a good paced way that is satisfying. I mean, you know what?
I think they will. And you know what? I think will happen. You know, my prediction, right? And you've heard it first here, is that everyone in the TVA are going to get their memories back. They're going to go into their timelines, or be people.
And who's gonna cause that though? Is it Loki with his newfound power? Is this Loki 2.0? Supercharged Loki? You know, there was images way back, and it was Loki in front of a theater in like the 70s, and it was like The Shining or something. I can't remember, something on the outside the cinema. No, the way they used to put the letters up of the movie. It might have been Empire Strikes Back, actually. Now that I think about it, I think it was Empire Strikes Back. It was like in the 70s, and he had like a long like trench coat on. I don't think that's going to be in this show, and I have no idea what that was. This show just took me by surprise. I absolutely love it. We'll go on to ratings in a second, but I absolutely love this show so much. Where did Kid Loki go? Who knows? Classical Loki hanging in Asgard and giving himself up. He's dead. He's dead and gone. They're like, this is our home. We don't want to leave. Why the fuck? You can go anywhere. There's a £10 Why would you want to stay in that dive? I mean,
Well, I don't know. I mean, imagine you're just walking around and all of a sudden a big portal opens up and you've got a Domino's or a McDonald's or something. All that food. You've basically got everything getting sent to you, you know. But however, if the TV is destroyed, does that mean that that place that they're at, the TV are the people that are sending all that stuff, all that shit, and all the bad timelines to that place? So if the TV are destroyed, does that mean that place after time is destroyed?
and I mean, right, there's Quantum Mania, there's Multiverse of Madness, and who the hell knows what Wanda's up to. However, did you see that got updated, by the way, the WandaVision post-credit scene? And now you see a shadowy figure that looks like Doctor Strange coming down from the trees. And the CGI and the trees and a wee bit of the water in the house is slightly different. They changed it.
Oh, I never seen that. No, but you know
Check it
what?
out, mate.
I'm gonna need to check that out. But you know what really, really, really pissed me off about this episode? Because last episode we got a post-credit scene, and we never got one this time.
I knew we wouldn't.
Waited
I
the
knew
whole
we
time for
wouldn't.
that.
I just held the button and watched the little picture in the bottom right corner and seen
Yeah,
the
it
credits
ends
going
and
up.
it's got 4 minutes left. Do you know what I mean? Or 5 minutes left, and I'm like, got to be. And then I'm watching all this shite, and nothing happened. I'm like, oh.
Why did you not just fast forward it like me? It took me 20 seconds. I'm like, I didn't think there was going to be one,
In
but I
case I
checked.
missed it. In case I missed it.
But you
In
can
case I
see it
went too
on the
quick.
TV. The bot, you just see, you can speed it up and slow it down. You see what's going on. If a post-credit scene appeared, you would not have missed it in that little box. Believe me.
But I was a wee bit gutted about that. I was really hoping for a wee ending, but they never gave me it. Damn you, Disney.
I'm curious. Where's President Loki now? Where's boastful Loki? Where did Kid Loki go back? Where's he at now? We all know classic Loki's dead. And what was it? Loki's. Oh, he's like, oh, that was it. Loki's big speech in the bunker, and he's saying to them, he's like, she's different. Have you ever came across a female variant version of us? Like, no. He's like, I have. He's like, sounds terrifying. He's like, she is, but she's amazing. But like, do you know what I mean? He's totally giddy and in love. But he's saying to them, like, we're all the same, but she's different. You know why? Because we all want to take over the TVA. She wants to bring it down. She wants to destroy it. Do you know what I mean? That whole speech in that, I thought it was pretty good. And then they all just look at each other as if like he thinks he's really had a breakthrough or what he said to them. Then they all just start pissing themselves. I was almost grating with laughter. I was fucking dying. I thought it was one of my favorite moments in the episode. I really wish I watched it a second time. I was just so busy today, so busy before recording this, and I just managed to make it on time.
I need to watch that alligator scene, man. That had me in knots. I couldn't believe it. The reaction as well, just I fucking loved it. It was just brilliant.
Too good. We'll move on. Is there any scenes? I feel like there's some important things we're forgetting.
Ravonna, you know,
Ravonna visits B15. I want to talk about that. I rewound that scene several times, but go on with what you were saying. Sorry.
Well, I was going to bring her up as well. How she's in that cell. You know that I think that's a pruning cell, isn't it? So if she touches that, she's going to get pruned.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I just like kind of like the kind of end of the wee stick they've got. It's like a big like kind of force field all the way around her. So if she touches that, she's going to get pruned.
No, you're right. I see. I get it. I get what you mean. See that actress that plays B15. She blows me away. I think she's phenomenal.
Oh, aye.
I think she's absolutely fantastic.
You know,
why am I in here? Why am I in? I never liked it at first.
Aye, when I seen it first, I didn't think we'd see much of her. But she's developed as well. She's done really well. And seeing she went into the character episode, I was like, here we go, man. I like this character. I like her.
She's phenomenal. That actress performs. She's like, why am I in here? And saying whatever. Like, I can't remember the conversation exactly to quote it, but there was a couple lines that I kept rewinding I can't remember what Ravonna said to her. Goddamn, I should have took notes. I can't remember, but it was absolutely phenomenal. I'm totally blown away. Have we covered every part of this episode? What did you think? What did you think of the whole action set piece? We see Asgard and Richard Egress just giving it. He's like, he's laughing. He's having the time of his life. Finally facing off at this thing that for years that he's had to survive against. Do you know what I mean? And then he's just like, glorious purpose, and then boom, we're just left with a helmet. I thought it was beautiful when he summoned Asgard. That was the picture of my goosebumps. That was the moment that I got goosebumps everywhere, tingly everywhere. I was just like, oh my god, his performance, even with that goofy outfit, his performance, him telling his story, him coming back even though they were going to stay, and Kid Loki fucks off. Where did you go, Kid Loki? Shout back! A real king.
Loki. It sounds like a rapper name.
A real king.
Sounds like a rapper named Kid Loki.
a real king. A real king's at the front line fighting with soldiers behind them. That's a real king. There's some fat guy or a little kid hiding behind a throne. Interruptions. Anyway, we move on to the ratings. I'm getting more battery flash, but I'll keep it going until it cuts out.
Go for it.
Once it cuts out, if this battery cuts out, I've got low battery on this new camera. I should have charged them fully, but it's new.
What are you going to get?
My rating.
I'm curious.
My rating's a 4. It was a 4. Mikey gave his rating. However, you'll need to watch next week's ep to find out for his little summary at the start of the ep, just like David did with this one, to find out what he thought. But I'm a 4. 4 Tesseracts. I thought the episode was brilliant. I've spoke about it all episode, what I thought was brilliant about it. I'm loving the show. I'm loving it. It's consistently good. I don't think every episode's a 5, but there's definitely been 2 or 3 episodes this season that are 100% a 5, blowing me away. The rest, top tier all the way. 4 out of 5 Tesseracts for me.
Well, last episode, definitely a 5 for me. Now, this episode, I'm getting a wee bit annoyed with this kind of lovey-dovey with Loki and Sylvie. I did predict it would happen, but now that I'm seeing it happen, I'm just like, nah. You know, but the whole thing, you know, like, it had me laugh out loud. Not many programs can do that, but I mean, I was howling at watching this, right? So that gets a few points, right? I thought it was fantastic, right? But the episode before it was just that bit better, and for that, I'm gonna have to give it a 4 as well.
I see as well what you're saying. The thing about this episode and what you're saying, the lovey-dovey stuff, seeing President Loki made me think, wait a minute, that's the Loki I thought we were going to get. That's the original Avengers Assemble movie Loki. And now we've got this kind of fast-forwarded to redemption Loki for Ragnarok and Infinity War.
That's another thing as well. The Loki we've got has been wearing a kind of shirt and tie kind of thing the whole time. I want to see Loki in his fucking get up, man. Get his fucking suit on him. You know what I mean? The suit that he walked into fucking New York with, man. That's the Loki I want.
100% get that shirt off of, man. It's such a dull grey, just plain basic weird. It's not Loki attire. Again, as I said, this show is totally different from what I thought it was going to be, but I have really enjoyed it.
Get the crown on him, man. Get the crown on him.
Thinking there's going to be a phenomenal, grandiose moment where he powers up, he conjures up his suit, he's got a new, different, an advanced, improved, new Loki suit. Similar to his old one, but better. I hope so. Mm-hmm. I hope so. Anyway, you have any last thoughts? What's your theories for next week?
Come on, Kang. I want to see a bit of Kang. I want to see someone as terrifying as Thanos. I want to be thinking, oh my god, how will they beat him? I don't want him to get beat. I want this to lead up to a big ass movie in the multiverse of madness, and I want it to be a 2-part, and I want them to fail again. I'm hoping for failure and wondering how the fuck are they going to beat him? Because see the way they've done that Endgame and Infinity War, that was perfect. Like, holy shit, everyone died, and then we had to wait. And then they resolved it. I'm like, how the fuck are they going to do that? Like, half the fucking team's gone. They've no army. I want that feeling again.
Oh, definitely, 100%. What I don't think, because first of all, whoever created the TVA, whoever's behind all of this, whoever's in that void at the end of time, is that the person that created the TVA? We don't actually know that. It could be somebody totally different. Will it be Kang? Possibly. If it is, there hasn't been a main villain in this series. I don't think there's going to just be there better not be just a CGI air fight like in WandaVision, and they all fight and then they win and then that's it.
Yeah, it's Kang. Who's that other villain we spoke about earlier? The one that's involved with the time heist. He's like the most evil villain that the Avengers ever come up against. It wasn't Kang the Conqueror. Who was it?
Doctor Doom.
Was it Doctor Doom?
He's the main villain for Fantastic Four, but he is a massive Avengers level threat villain in the comics.
There's someone that can go back and forward in time anytime they choose. Is that Kang? Kang?
Kang can travel through time, yes.
So I think it is Kang then. I think it is Kang.
So maybe his powers have conjured up where the TVA is. Maybe his powers is what powers the time pads.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad theory.
We'll find out. All will be revealed.
All will be revealed. All will be revealed. My final thoughts is I thought it was a wonderful episode. Performances fantastic again. Even the kid Loki, his performance was good. I liked him. He seemed just like Loki would be as a kid. The Loki in Thor 1 was skinnier and a little different, but I don't know what the age difference would be. I'm not sure what age that kid was. I'm thinking 13, 14. What did you think for Kid Loki?
Oh, Kid Loki. Well, I work with a lot of children. I think he's probably about 11-year-old. I'm going to say 11. I think he's about 11-year-old. He might be older and made to look young, but I think from the people I dealt with today, I had a wee guy in my work who looked really similar to him. He was 11-year-old, so I think he's about 11.
I was thinking he was a teenager for sure, but who knows? Maybe we'll find out, maybe we won't. But my theories for next week, I don't know what to expect, and I don't have any theories. Is it Kang? Is it Doctor Doom? Who is it?
What did you think of the building?
The what?
What did you think of the building that opened up in the fog? Looked pretty cool.
It looked like a castle. You know who else has a castle and is the leader of that place? What's it called? Not Bulgaria. It's Slovenia. Is it Slovenia? I don't know. Wherever the place Doctor Doom is like the leader of, he's also got a castle there. Is it Doctor Doom?
Oh.
Do you think it's Doctor Doom? Do you think it's Kang? Who do you think it is? Leave your comments down below. Anyway, David, we're going to end the episode here, and what an episode it was. If you like this, hit that like, hit that subscribe, follow us on Twitter at the Nerd Dimension 89, and also on Instagram at the Nerd Dimension 89. And David, it's been nice talking to you, and guys, I'll catch you next time.